does or even says.
I've
listened to many times how they brainstorm. Like, I think they did this, and no, like someone correcting, like it doesn't really matter.
Let's not talk about other people. Hold on, Shapeshifters here. What's your point of view and the way you look at Israel?
I believe.
No. I want to stay with the multi. And
why? We're talking about other people and using Shapeshifter to answer about other people.
I agree with BB. Can we move on?
No, I'm talking about Shapeshifter. I asked him if he knowingly participated.
We already got that out of the way, though. We already got that out of the way, and he said he's going to pay attention to it. I want to know what his perspective is on Israel.
I believe that the state of Israel should exist. I believe that the overwhelming majority of Jewish people are just downright great human beings. If we think about Zionism as believing the state of Israel should exist, by extension, I also believe then, using that definition, by extension, I also believe that the overwhelming amount of Zionists are just downright good people. My experience on this app confirms that. That's what I believe.
So why do you participate in framing us as a Morty type? Like actively, Shapeshifter, the only reason that I'm asking you, because for Ace, she was just a silent participant. She was just enjoying the show. I'm not part of it. You actually participated in it.
I did participate, yes. Now, I was not, in my view, participating in spreading Jew hate. I was participating in a comedic exchange where one person was playing the role of a extremist Zionist person.
And when you heard him discuss with CPO, but Shapeshifter. Yeah, I got it. But when you heard him discuss with CPO, for example,
yes,
was it still like a comic?
That's what I want to think about, actually, because if there's another person that doesn't know what he's doing.
There were like 20 other people in the room, Shape.
I know.
This is why I think that you are being dishonest.
No.
There were 20 other people listening. And not only this, when they denied the fact that he's a comedian or like a fake, you were staying silent.
Yeah, normally I do deny. So here's the thing. I'm not trying to edit out that there were 20 other people in the room. I'm not. I need to think about if there's another person on there that's getting really worked up because he thinks he's real, just like some of Borat's characters really work his victims up.
There's victims that you don't know exactly what was told to them. And I'm sure that all those victims were told immediately after that this is not a real person, and they had to sign some kind of a document. CPO left, and many people that heard it left with this again impression, and this is what Amir's room is not, and not just Amir's room. This entire PR defaming, spreading Jew hatred, and you are part of it.
So I need to think about. You bring up a good point at the end there. I mean, your first few points were not good at all, but this is you bring up.
They're all amazing points. You are just trying to kind of save face. You don't need to do it.
Unfortunately, you have.
So hold on, Sheep. Are you a Zionist?
If you use the definition of Zionism, where it's you believe that the state of Israel should exist, then yes, I'm a Zionist.
You mean when you use the actual definition?
Do you feel that because when you're in Amir's room, do you feel there's pressure where you can't really express how you truly feel? Because I've been in that room with you, and I've heard you say good things, and then I've heard you say vile things towards Israel.
What? Okay, hold on a second. I'd like to know what.
And I can't remember all of them.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Did they threaten to blow you up, Fadi? If that's Amir, we understand.
Amir,
did they threaten to blow you up? By the way, everybody, would you please vote? We have a poll in the room, and I see a lot of people haven't voted. Please, this is a democracy. Please express yourself through the legal, peaceful voting process, the democratic process.
I will update.
Yes, I've been into Amir's room where they voted to quote unquote kill Norm. I mean, multiple times. I mean, I'm surprised it's still alive, Norm. I'm surprised.
Did they kill me?
Well, they wouldn't. They wouldn't kill you.
I've got a question. Can I ask a question really quick? My question I've got a question for Shape.
Yes, sir.
Maybe this question has already been asked and answered, but my question is, do you think it would be offensive if this same behavior was about some other group, like the Muslim or if there was like a black person?
Whoa.
No. So let me explain why. The movie The Dictator, I thought was hilariously funny. I thought hilarious. And that's like playing a Arab dictator.
Well, but again, now we're going back to the movie thing.
I don't know.
So I'd like to make an accurate comparison. So one of them, it's not, in my opinion, and I think you're not really acknowledging my opinion, which is the same as Daniel's opinion in this particular case.
Make your point.
So my opinion is basically that a movie is not a fair comparison to a clubhouse room for several clear reasons. First of all, the people in the movie, as Daniel said, were made aware of their being used in the movie. Some of the people in Amir's rooms were not aware that it was satire. And also, in the movie, the audience definitely knows that it's satire, and some of the audience members in Amir's room did not know that it was satire. So rather than, and the intention, like Daniel said, the movie is to make you laugh, and the intentionality of the impersonation in Amir's room is to mislead people and make people think that Jews are actually that hateful and racist. So the fair comparison for me would be if there was somebody on Clubhouse pretending to be a black person and saying like, hey, all I do is eat a chicken and watermelon. How you messing up? How like that? Or if there was I know, but I can't do an Arab voice or something like, I'm an Arab and all I do is have sex with goats and have sex with little girls. Obviously, it's offensive to say that all Arabs are terrorists, jihadists, towelhead, raghead, kid fuckers.
Okay, not too much. Not too much.
Keep going.
My point has been made.
Hang on, everybody, you're doing well. Matt, you voted. I see other people who voted. Sam, you voted.
What is the poll? What is the poll, and how can we vote? What is the poll?
Read it. It's at the top. If you don't see it, it's because your app is outdated. You need to update your app.
My app is outdated.
I believe all polls are for strippers. I refuse.
Please vote.
My final spot.
Like everybody
for the record, strippers can be both ways.
Democracy is not free, ladies and gentlemen. You have to fight for democracy.
Democracy is gay.
Yeah, even they them can be a stripper, and you can.
Thank you for voting. Those who voted. We have 15 votes so far, and the people believe that it's okay to have a Palestinian state in Greenland. About half of them, a little more. But most people feel that no, terrorists are bad. They don't want a Palestinian state. So if you have strong feelings about this, express it through the democratic process and vote. You can vote here. It doesn't cost you anything. Thank you very much. This is me, Norm, getting out the vote.
You know, Norm, like...
it doesn't cost you anything. The Jews and Palestinians are paying it.
I don't mind the Palestinian state. There's zero threat to Israel, even on its borders.
Oh, good for you. That's a great point.
So no Palestinian state, basically.
Just like a hyper.
We've been going in circles, guys. Lou wanted to come up. He's up on stage. Welcome to the stage. What's up?
Okay,
I just wanted to I wanted to support my friend Trash Bag. He wrote a wonderful book. You should go buy it. I bought it. It's tremendous. It's absolutely wonderful.
Wow. Are you being sarcastic? Thank you, Lou. Lou is such a nice guy. Are you being sarcastic, or did you actually read it and enjoy it?
I read some of it, not a whole lot of it.
Okay, great.
How many stars? How many stars did you give it?
So far, 5.
Let's go back to the conversation, guys.
Yes, but please vote. Thank you, those who voted. Thank you, everybody.
Can I ask David why he laughed when my friend said some of those very disturbing things about Arabs?
What do you say?
He laughed when I said the thing about he laughed when I did the black voice, not the Arab.
No, he laughed at the Arab thing and he quickly muted himself.
I think I heard him laugh at
David,
the
did you
watermelon
laugh
and
at
chicken.
blacks or Arabs?
No, it's something about doing something to camels.
So what is your point?
I think you said goats, actually.
Why'd you laugh at that? 'Cause you just and a second person just laughed. Daniel,
I
why do you
laughed
let
at
me
it, yeah.
Well, he laughed at me laughing.
Hold on,
But
hold on,
like,
hold on,
what is
hold on.
the point?
I will do another poll of who thought that my friend was actually an Arab, okay? And let's see if anyone on earth thinks that my friend was actually
Daniel thought I was a Russian.
Shape. Please. I mean, listen. I understand that you're used to like really like dumb idiots at Amir's room. Don't insult me with those like comebacks. Either you look at yourself and take accountability and responsibility, or you're gonna dance around. Hold on. But this is not a strip club, so please don't dance.
You're about to get checkmated. I'm offering you the ability to resign.
Whoa.
I resign preemptively. I do not want to be checkmated.
1 second, please.
Okay, I was saying, for the record.
Can I reply for something? The fact that you think that you're in a position to checkmate means that you are zero. Let me please finish one sentence. You're not in a place of introspection and taking accountability. You're in a position of defending and attacking, and that is your problem. So this is why I'm not engaging. Listen, it's as clear as sun for everybody. Either you acknowledge your participation in spreading Jew hatred and stop it and prevent it in the future, or you try to attack me, checkmate me, or gaslight me, and then we will have the same situation, and you will live with yourself. I said what I said. I don't need you to justify. I don't need you to attack me. I don't give a fuck about your checkmates, okay? It's about you and your active participation and silence in spreading violent and dangerous Jew hatred. And I say violent because it turns into dead Jews. So Shape, either take responsibility and accountability, or please shut up, at least with me. Others can enjoy the conversation.
Yeah, it might sound funny to you, like on Clubhouse, but as we have seen, what's been happening on the streets West, like people take it seriously, bro. Like people, like.
Hey, David, go grab.
Maybe they haven't taken it from Clubhouse. Maybe they're taken from X or.
David, you just laughed when someone said that Arabs do something to camels.
Don't try to do zero.
What's your point? What's your point, Shay? Stop looking at others. Look at yourself. Introspection is about you, Shay.
Daniel, can I talk to you?
Stop. Just stop. Yes.
Daniel,
He's trolling. Wait a second, Fadi. He's trolling you full on. He's not going to change. He's just sort of even toying with you now. Even the name Shapeshifter is a mockery.
I'm not playing along. This is what I told him. I'm not going to checkmate him. He's playing a game with himself. He's the only player.
Daniel is bringing up the entire room.
Morty is trolling, and Fadi is playing along with it. That's the room that trolls Jews. There's nothing we can do about it.
No, hold on. Morty has never, ever said things like, Jewish people should go.
Oh my God!
Like, doesn't play the role.
What are you saying?
How many chances? How many chances can you be given? Be a man. Be a man. Be a fucking man.
Okay,
Hold on, everybody.
Just say Jews.
Hold the fuck on, everybody. Please, everybody mute up, including Shape. Shape, take 10 seconds with yourself before you reply. For fuck's sake, I'm giving you I'm trying to be as gracious and respectful of you, your intelligence, and your capabilities as a human person. Stop. Take seconds. I will tell you this. If you think that it will humiliate you, embarrass you, I guarantee you that it will do the exact opposite. If you will be a man. Take seconds. Forget about your ego right now. I'm really not attacking you. And unlike you, I'm not looking to checkmate you. Okay? That is not my perception. I'm trying to. I don't know if it's to help you because I'm not in this position. I'm trying to give you an opportunity to be a better. So please, take 10 seconds, and everybody, please stay muted for 10 seconds. I want to give him a second to think how he wants to address it. Because I don't want to get up, I feel that when you're trying to bullshit me, you're disrespecting me, while I'm respecting you. So this is why I'm kind of getting upset. I feel that you are insulting me.
But he's not going to change, Daniel.
I asked everybody, please give him 10 seconds of quiet. Let him
You're asking
I'm just mean to Daniel just because he's off to.
I'm just asking for fucking 10 seconds, guys.
You see, he's even putting it as a fucking gift, bro. Norm is 1,000% right. We spent a lot of time with this guy. He's trolling you.
Yeah, he's trolling you. But you can accept that.
Did I answer the question now?
He's in a difficult situation. He's Lebanese.
You had a hard time to answer the question. Now
He's
you're
caught
asking
between the
My ask for you guys was very simple. I'm asking for fucking 10 seconds of silence and then shapeshifter. And since then, 6 people asked. And I asked it for 5 times. So I'm not going to get upset. I'm not going to engage. If shapeshifter wants to answer, great. If you want to continue and do whatever you want to do.
For 10 seconds.
I'm
going to do what Daniel asked. Hang on. I'm going to mute the room if I can find the button here. Mute the speaker. Okay.
Shapeshifter, go ahead.
Okay, we've had our moment of Zen Daniel take over now.
No, I'm done. Thank you.
All right, don't get aggravated.
Well, it's not. For the record, okay, here it goes. Here he goes. Here he goes.
I'm ready to answer. What Daniel has done has caused me to pause. It has, honestly. Now, I don't think he's being as gracious today as he thinks he's being, but that's besides the point. Sometimes you've got to rattle people. But what Daniel has done, it has caused me to pause and think about it more so than I would have thought about it if I had not entered Daniel's room or this room today. I think that's a good thing that you've done, Daniel. I'll leave it at that.
Daniel, you were raised
Amazing.
I was suffering with this.
The Roman Nobel Prize winner is Daniel.
I mean, Obama got the Nobel Prize, so why not?
I saw the people that were offered the Nobel Prize. I don't want to be associated with this.
By the way, the 10 seconds thing is actually a very smart thing to do, Daniel, and I like that.
Because I didn't want to nick your reaction. I really wanted you to not need to respond immediately.
Well, the reason
You got me out of it.
I have actually something intelligent to say, with all due respect.
I'm interrupting people, David.
I apologize.
You got me out of my debate. You're right, I was just trying to win. And I actually deeply thought about what you were saying.
Well, as it, like, if
You're interrupting her.
I ignored all the theatrics that you were both participating in. So I need to be more careful about it.
Thank you.
Now is a good time for David.
No, not with this. We hug like 2 cousins.
no,
We'll never get married. Cousins should never marry each other.
well, the way the Muslims do it, how does it work? With the how old are they?
You're going for a genocide in Gaza.
Hey, have you guys seen the video, the starving hostage in the tunnel? A Vol?
Yeah, for the record, like when I saw the New York Times had a big expose about the starving.
No, I got his name wrong. I'm sorry.
If you're proud of it.
Was that the one that?
The last time we saw a Jew like this was in the Holocaust.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
Ken.
that's
Mamash Ken.
And just so you know, the only starving adults that we saw from Gaza is of the Jewish hostages. I didn't see
see the fat Hamas guys in the tunnel?
Really quick, Daniel.
Showing some more fat doesn't mean that there are no starvation. I'm just looking for one image of a starving Adam. Yeah, I saw them with all the fruits underground.
PTR for the fat starving man.
Hold on, Daniel. Do you think there's no starvation at all happening in Gaza?
I think that there is no, starvation in English could either mean a noun or a verb, okay? So there are people that don't have access to food. There is no deliberate or active starvation. And there is obviously, hold on, David. And
it's the government.
No, and hold on, and I know for David, and I know for a fact now that we saw the images that there is starvation in Gaza, man-made by Hamas, deliberate starvation of the hostages, torturing them. Not only that they are starving, they've been underground for over 600 days. Did you see? They didn't breathe air. You know what is the air in the tunnel where you also need to pee and poop? You imagine the air in the tunnel where you also need to pee and poo for 600 days. And you see the image of photography? This is what the Palestinians are doing to us. And if anyone thinks that this is not the most justified, more humane war, then tell me, how can you live with this?
I think one of the most
why do I never hear on Amir's room a call for the release of the hostages? Zero empathy, zero humanity. Zero. And if anyone will raise it, they will say, yeah, you need to release the Palestinians, the hostages. It's insane.
I don't know why you went to train them.
Yeah, it's like,
no, I
agree with Daniel. It's like, it's very simple. It's like release the hostages. You know, when I saw that picture in the New York Post about. It's sad, bro. He's a very well. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. So like, I don't know why. Sorry, Ed.
No, I cut you off.
The picture they had on the front page of all the media was a kid with I think he had spinal bifida. He was in Italy.
Right, that was the point I was going to make, Norm. It was like, the New York Times ran a story about the starving in Gaza, and they ran a picture of a kid, right? But it came out later, and the New York Times had to do a correction saying, we apologize. The kid actually had a medical issue, and that's why he looked the way he did.
He was in Italy. So please, it's an Gaza. If you care about it,
right? But like, that picture went around the entire world before the New York Times actually had a correction.
What is the picture?
And it's bigger than this because not only that the youth is
a starving kid in Gaza, except he's a kid with spinal bifida in Italy. And they're saying about the children of Gaza and everybody to Italy.
Right, and the New York Times apologized. They apologized like in a very small.
Yeah, but guys, you said it like 3 times. You said it probably 3 times. I'm gonna add to it with more information.
They didn't know what it was, so they were asking what the picture was. That's why everybody.
I gotta step away for a second.
This guy Abdallah, not only that it was used to prove some kind of starvation against Israel, and as Norman said, he's now in Italy. He got to Italy because Israel took him and his mother and his brother to Israel, to the Ramon airport, and to Italy to get special treatment during the war. The COGAT unit is the one actually facilitating this. And then we are presented as the evil. So not only he didn't just pop up in Italy in the middle of the war, people need to ask how did he get there? And he got there because the IDF got him and his family to an Israeli airport to get treatment in Italy.
With his mother who looks fully dead.
Everything that they say is a complete inversion. They say that the Palestinians are being starved to distract from the fact that the hostages in the tunnels are literally purposefully being starved. They say that Zionism is a death cult, or Judaism is a death cult, to distract from the fact that the Palestinian cause is literally founded on achieving the goal of death. Death to themselves, they get reward. Death to the enemies, they get reward. It's a complete inversion of everything that they say they are doing. They talk about ethnic cleansing, but 20% of Israeli citizens are literally descended, 20% of Israeli civilians are ethnically Palestinian. Percent of Israeli citizens are descended from the Arabs who chose to align themselves with Israel, and when given the opportunity, they chose to become Israeli citizens. Then generations later, their children are still living in Tel Aviv and Jerusalem and Haifa and everywhere all over. So everything that they say, it's all projection, it's all an inversion, and it's a bunch of bullshit.
Okay, so
it's not just destruction. It's not just destruction. The destruction. What they're doing, Hamas is not fighting Israel on the ground. What the humanitarian crisis is a tactic. It's not only to hide the fact that they are starving the hostages. They don't need to starve the hostages. They create this humanitarian starvation fake campaign because the only way that Israel would stop if the international community would put pressure and sanction Israel. And those idiots are actually doing what Hamas is making them. Hamas is creating the humanitarian crisis man-made by Hamas because we already understand that everything that happened is blamed on Israel. And then, yes, Israel is getting the hammer.
Daniel, I have a question.
Yeah, that's a good point, Daniel. Because like you think about it, like
Can I chime in?
like one picture of one kid from the New York Times made Macron to say like we need to recognize the Palestinian state. What happens next is the UK is like, maybe we need to also recognize the Palestinian state. Like, where's this? Now Canada wants to say like we need to recognize the Palestinian state based on one picture that the New York Times came out afterwards saying this is disingenuous. It was not the right picture. There's not
people in Gaza. And this is my point about what is happening in Amir Zoom. It's not about fact. It's about it's layered. It's every day you tell a story, a lie, fabrication, a blood libel, and then when a day later they will never say it was wrong. Yes, the amount of people that get exposed to the correction is a fraction of those that are exposed. No one is sharing like, it was wrong. Everybody's sharing the image of a child out of context.
Daniel, would you agree? This is a genuine question. Would you agree there are instances where both sides have participated in this kind of intentional twisting of the narrative?
No.
So
you give me an example.
Okay, so you think the 40 beheaded? I won't gaslight you. Do you think the 40 beheaded baby story was real?
Can I ask Norm really quick? Yes or no?
Well, I'd love to hear Daniel's answer.
I want to hear Daniel's answer.
So,
in the background, answer.
Yeah, no more. Yes, you know what the disease of the child, if you know what it is. If you know, you should enter in the chat. So, the 40 beheaded babies is it's a lie that your people are spreading for 18 months. No one actually said 40 beheaded babies. This is why if I will now ask you if you can give me the full quote or show it to me, you will not be able, or even say who said it, because it was never said. It was during a news report of what channel, I-24, that we don't really watch. I think it's something that goes to under the world. And it was on 8th of October or 8th of October, like when it was still crazy. And they basically combined two sentences of her, that she heard from a soldier that there were 40 children or babies, and then she said some beheaded, okay? And then she heard about it. And then I don't know who echoed it, and then I think on 10th of October, I will find it for you, 2 days later, Israel, the government had to issue like there is no indication of beheaded babies. Okay, on 10th of October. So that should have been like clear. Since then, the pro-Palis are repeating this statement for two reasons. One, as you guys like to do, is to delegitimize Israel. Basically say everything that Israel is saying is false, so we don't need to believe them. That is part of the brainwashing technique, meaning you guys need to listen to only one side. Basically, whenever you hear something coming from the IDF, it's a lie. Why? Because look at the calendar. You know, when he made a mistake with also like on a live broadcast, he was like going into a tunnel and so on. It's like this is the names of the girls, you know, and showing it to the camera. And anyone that speaks Arabic, obviously Daniel Agari doesn't speak Arabic, could see the words. Now, there are many people in the IDF that speak Arabic, so it wasn't like a conclusion or like, let's put a list and tell, no, we're not that dumb. And so they're using both those cases to basically say everything there. And most of the idiots will go with it. Like, who said it? The IDF, they are liars. Well, so this is why. So there are two reasons. One is to delegitimize Israel and say that we are liars, and the second is to try to, and this is what